la 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 la. Hello, and welcome to Sorare Thursday Club live. Sorare Thursday Club on a Wednesday today, as we continue to record on every day apart from a Thursday. I am your host, the Sorare Mamba, in real life known as Ricky. Joined as ever by Play Sharper Everton expert Johnny, aka Dornado, on Sorare. How are you this Wednesday lunchtime?
I'm good. It's the first time I've had a coffee for one of our shows. It's a bit of a different vibe. Used to having a whiskey or a cider on the go, but yeah, good to be here. Good. Looking forward to opening a few prizes and giving a few away.
Yep, fueled by tea and Barocca today rather than lager and whiskey.
Yeah, I think we're both feeling a little bit worse. We're also having a few drinks after five-a-side last night, aren't we?
Yes, so we did have our usual five-a-side game yesterday. It was Thursday host Swiss Mafia's birthday, so instead of coming home to do a podcast, we stayed and had a few too many beers. Felt a little tender this morning, but you know, life goes on. It is hump day, and you have to get over the hump somehow. So yeah, blame Swiss Mafia. Happy birthday to you for yesterday. Viva la Thursday Club. So we're going to do what we usually do on Tuesday night. Now, we've somehow managed to not open our rewards until now, which I know for you is extremely difficult. But for me, I felt it wouldn't be that hard to ignore my 50p reward for one extra day. So, yeah, woke up this morning. That Messi fella, eh? Kind of good still?
He's a joke, isn't he? I've seen his... Have I seen both his goals? I've seen the goal where he hits it off the post and it comes back to him and he slots it in.
Good. He's playing assist to himself off the post already.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, are we all shocked that the best player in the world of all time is doing really well playing in MLS? Not really, but it's just inevitable, right? That he was just going to start like a house on fire, and yeah. Do you see that? See that little clip of him like celebrating and kind of doing some weird like pointy thing to Beckham, and Beckham's just like smiling like a small school child. It's just like oh, my heart.
I mean, 100 in his first start is not a bad, not a bad way to go on Sorare, is it?
I've got him in my common team. I managed to get him in, so I've got a little part of him. I haven't got his limited, obviously, because I missed the boat on that. But it's nice to have him as a common card.
Yeah, I mean, I've got his limited and his common. I had to jump on board the bandwagon. I could not, but yeah, hell of a player. I enjoyed watching. I actually watched the highlights of the game. I can't say I usually get up and watch MLS highlights, but that pink kit and a bit of Messi, it did reel me in. And Busquets, you know, his scores aren't really translating on Sorare, but he is looking good in real life because of the amount of space he's getting in there to pull the strings.
Messi's bringing up the whole team's scores. Like everyone's Inter Miami have suddenly become a good team to get players from. Not just Messi, like a lot of their players are getting better scores. They're getting. When was the last time they got a clean sheet? Probably a little while ago. So,
yeah. Taylor, wasn't it? Who's got the brace yesterday?
Right, yeah.
Good, yeah. So yeah, ride that Messi train. I've already been looking to pick up a couple more PSG players today from Powell just to raise my level on him a bit, but he's flat rejected me as usual. So that was a solid start. Well, I was just going to ask you before we get into the main stuff. Oh, the big announcement last week. Now the dust has settled. Have you got how are you feeling about it?
I mean, it's all just died down a little bit, really, for me. It's just going to be something that we just get on with now, I think. There's always initial like hot takes, isn't there, on everything regarding a new sort of announcement like that. But I think it will just blend into how I set my teams, and yeah, it doesn't really change a lot, I don't think, for me, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, at the moment, I don't really like it going down that gamification route, you know, of all these extra things that it could, you know, eventually snowball towards, you know, a lot of people left Sorare Mega when you started having to put different pants and vests on your players. So I don't want it to go too far down that route, but I see it as, you know, they want an extra revenue stream. So
I think obviously suggestions. Apparently, Mbappe's family have accepted the deal. I don't know how they've got a say in it. Not Mbappe himself, but
to accept on his behalf.
Yeah, it's nice of that. I certainly wouldn't want Sarah accepting anything on my behalf, that's for sure. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't think he'll go. I don't know. What do you think?
You know, I could see him going
for a year.
Presuming that a lot of the talk that it's 1 year and he can go to Real Madrid afterwards. Like, take that year out, get that ridiculous amount of money, go win the Golden Boot in the Saudi League, and then go to your dream place in Real Madrid. You've cashed in on the Saudi gold mine, and you can get back out. Presuming that's how it would be set up, and he would be allowed to leave after 1 year. The amount of money you've seen, all the sports stars around the world, like the basketball players, LeBron and Lillard, players like that, just like, wow, how do I get myself over there for a year? Like, if they got any basketball leagues set up, it's crazy money. I'd be all over it.
I would as well. It's an interesting quandary for Sarah, isn't it? Because obviously they've just announced they won't be covering Saudi, which is good. They've sort of cleared up all the sort of rumours. But if one of their main ambassadors, Mbappe is pretty much their main ambassador and the best footballer in the world, biggest footballer, biggest name, whatever. If he goes there, I don't know. I just think we talked about it briefly on one of our other groups, didn't we? How maybe they'll try and rethink what they've announced. I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, that's a lot of money people have invested into Mbappe on the platform over the last few years, isn't it? Like hundreds of thousands of pounds going over to a non-covered league.
I saw a tweet today from someone that was just the 3 uniques, so like getting close to 600 grand spent on the 3 uniques, and now those are 3, unusable cards if he goes. But if he does go, and this deal is in place that he's going to Real Madrid after a year, and that was common knowledge, and you did know, at least it would give you the option of going, okay, this is terrible for me right now, but I know he's going to Real Madrid in 1 year, which would be good. So there is that slight balance of it. At least you might have this card's not gone to the graveyard for a 4-year contract, but we'll have to see how it plays out. It's pretty mad.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get on to the things we're here for, because for a change, we haven't actually got all night to talk.
We have our real jobs to do straight after this.
Yeah, it's good use of a lunch break. Yeah. But so let's jump into the weekend review, and then we'll open our prizes from the weekend, and we'll see. I'm going to get rid of my tier 5. Whatever it is, I'm going to give it away to someone, maybe on stream, maybe on Twitter afterwards. We'll see if anyone's watching when I get to that in about 10 minutes. Let's have a look at what I did this weekend. Here we go. I got a tier 4 and a tier 5. It was a bit all over the place, wasn't it? There's some wild DMPs with this League Cup. We always knew it was going to happen, but it's a little bit more. It was even more random than I expected, because some teams went strong, so a lot of the stars were out, and some teams went a few changes, and some just went completely wild. There's random goalies popping up all over the place. Like my Red Bulls camp got a game again.
Yeah, Evan Bush
was in. It was pretty wild. So this was the main one of the main ones for me this week. This is the coin battle between me and you, the special weekly. So I did get 2 starts out of my San Jose players, so I'd gone for them because of their big percentage bonus. But they lost to the Timbers 2-0, which is a pretty bad result for considering they had a pretty strong team out. And then I bought 3 Racing players, Racing Club, because I just wanted to beat you in coins so badly that I decided I would buy 3 players just for this game week, which is something you should never do. I did get an assist out of it, but overall it's a pretty flat score from my team. 47th overall, 292, which I think puts me on the level above you in terms of
I think so.
Coins, which isn't like a grand slam. And I didn't get a hat. Everyone knows I want that So Rare hat real bad. Didn't get it.
Just seeing you're only 47th, not too. I mean, there probably wasn't too many people entering. Maybe 500 or something like that. I don't know, but still, it's not like you weren't that far away from sort of getting something. You just needed when did Racing concede that goal? Was it kind of late on, and you would have got a clean sheet?
I don't think it was late on, no.
Because you still got 60. Did he get like a last man tackle or something? That goalkeeper.
They conceded in the 66th minute, so.
But he got exactly 60 points, which
he got an all-round of 25, so plenty of saves. So it looked like he was a busy boy.
Yeah, he was.
He has got the ability to put up a big score. That's why I justified picking him up for this game week, because he's got some big scores in the locker. And that AA is pretty decent for a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But that's 35 points off a hat, I think.
That Piovi guy was someone I looked at buying for my player. I mean, we'll get to my team in a bit, but yeah, it was someone I looked at. And actually, I have to be honest, I did go and check who you'd bought. And I saw you'd bought him, so I didn't want to get him as well. So I decided to go for someone else. I will play my tiny violin about that later. But yeah, got an assist for you there, which is not too bad.
Yeah. Moving on, my MLS Pro streak of this being my most winningest competition to enter continues. We got a tier 4 in it this time. Savarino's been really good. He had a lot of transfer rumours and a lot of people were getting off of him just as I bought him. But he's been doing really well for me lately. Acosta's one of the best players on the platform at the moment. His last 5 average is disgusting, like 90 something, isn't it?
Yeah,
he took his last 5 games. Another 100 for him. Fry, bad day for the Sounders, 3-0 to Salt Lake. But yeah, 366 is a decent score, and getting a prize in that League Cup carnage. I will take Cat 240 missed again because Mr. Steve Clark was not in nets for the first game. He did get back in the team for this midweek, but he didn't play there, so we missed Super Rare ETH again. Champion Asia team managed to get me a tier 5, which I'm going to give away. Letshirt's been really good since I got him in. Overall, pretty poor, but I think getting 5 starters got me a reward. I was waiting on Shazinia's AA to go on as captain, and his AA was 4, which is pretty piss poor. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be worth about 40p, but a reward's a reward. I will give it away, and hopefully it might be worth £1 for someone. Who knows? Champ America Limited, I've only got this one in because I started Messi for the first time, and it's really exciting. Came on, got 74 straight away. And he's obviously followed that up with 100. Espinosa was the absolute pittance, which let that team down. I missed out on Little Heath by 6 points. Unfortunately, I got Hulshay in as well. I was originally going to play him in that Coin Weekly. I stuck him in here instead in the end, and he cost us any ETH. And MLS Amateur I'll go over in a minute. So not a lot going on for me, really. But we did pick up a couple of rewards, which I will open now.
Let's have a look.
Blue Band of Sex, the all-important coin total in our battle.
You're going to bloody get past me. I'm annoyed.
2610 we've picked up this week.
Nice.
Tier 5, I'm going to give this away on Twitter straight after this. So take a look at our Twitter. Champion Asia.
Defender.
Obviously a defender. Yeah. Tier 5 is defender. Hong Jong-un.
Okay.
No idea.
No idea either.
Let's have a little look for you.
I'll have a little look, see what he's worth. Hyung Jong-un. Daegu FC. He is worth 57p.
57p.
He's actually, let me share my screen. He's actually got some decent little scores in the bag here. I'm surprised he's as cheap as he is. I guess because he's Korea. Hang on, I'm not sharing my screen, am I? 2 seconds. Why is that not working? There we go. He's actually got a fair amount of decent scores there. Don't know if you can see that okay, but...
Yeah, I mean... You get that a lot with K-League players, don't you? Some of them are decent scorers, but with the uncertainty.
Yeah.
And I guess Asia, America is starting to go out people's minds as Europe comes back into people's minds. You know, they're just never going to carry a lot of value, even if they are good scorers. But it's
not a bad little giveaway for somebody to hopefully use.
Yeah. And then for me, I've got the MLS Pro Tier 4. So Tier 4, slight chance of it being a midfielder instead of a defender.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Let's hope so. You were
American, no. Always defense.
Obviously
Always defense. Nathan Harriel, U23.
Oh, nice. Harriel, let's have a look. Nathan Harriel does not exist. Nathan, there we go. Nathan Harriel. Right, he's worth £2.50, which is pretty good for a tier 4. That's very good value for a tier 4, in fact.
Yep, has he been playing?
£2.50, yeah, he seems to be playing a little bit. Obviously, I don't have Sorare Data membership, so I can't tell you the exact figures here. But yeah, it seems to be sort of some decent AA down here. A few negatives, but yeah, not too bad. £2.50, probably someone to sell maybe for that money. I don't know, but
okay, right. You get yours up on stream then. You can talk us through yours while I close my window because the bin men have just turned up.
Oh, great. Lucky you having some bin men. South Gloucester, I haven't got any.
You South Gloucester windows.
Oh, no, mate. Okay, so let's go on to my game week. I keep forgetting to share my screen. Okay, so coin-wise, doesn't look like I've done very well there compared to you, unfortunately. But I did pick up rare ETH with 4 players, which is always nice to do, and a tier 5 rare. Probably going to be not worth very much, but always take a bit of midweek, especially as I had no rare keepers, and I've managed to get rare ETH threshold and a rare prize. So I'll always take that. Main players here obviously being my Costa rare, my Zellerayan rare, Ortega rare, all doing pretty well. Cucho Hernandez limited did well. Few of my Asian lads did well. So Wakizaka, Timo Lecce. So yeah, some pretty good scores. Show you the teams. This is the one that won me a card. Had no goalkeeper, but my 4 other lads did really, really well. So I got 332 points from 4 players. I don't know if I'm always happy to get a prize from here, but it always makes me feel better that I didn't have a goalkeeper because it would have all I would have needed is like a 40 probably. Obviously, I can't see that because is that accurate up there? No. Obviously, I can't see that because I don't pay for the membership, but I will do soon. I promise. Okay.
That's a good score by Tolu to put up a.
Yeah,
a
pretty solid.
70-pointer.
He's got is that a last man tackle? I'm not sure. Yeah.
Considering he got clearance off the line or one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, Wakizaka and Miyashiro both doing well for Kawasaki and both scoring. And then Ortega just had an absolutely insane AA game. He's an interesting one. He's actually really low value at the moment. What am I clicking on that for? He's really low value at the moment, but he's a really decent scorer. He's getting linked with Turkey. He's getting linked with, I think he got linked to a Russian team. So it could be a bit of a sneaky one to have a look at for anyone. Sneaky sausage. But yeah, next team was my Cap 240 rare. So I didn't have a keeper here. Jordan Larson played early and got 37. And I was thinking, well, there's no chance of me getting anything now without the keeper in 37. Lucas Falauba did well. And then, of course, my boys, Zellerayan and Acosta, coming up trumps overnight, getting me 185 points between them. And that took me up. I was very close to a tier 5 rare, 0.4 points, which would have been a nice little added bonus. But yeah, always take rare ETH. Right, Club Shop Weekly. You've already discussed yours. You had 5 stars, got the tier above me coins. I had 3 starters. It was a really poor effort. And the 3 did quite well as well. So I almost started the player I already owned as my player from one of the new teams, and he got 70. I decided to buy this guy, Kevin Sanderfowl, instead. He had been carrying a little niggle, but he was back training, back in the predicted lineup, and he didn't make the squad. So
oh dear.
That was a big fat 0 and pretty much destroyed my hopes of doing anything. Patrick Schultz was one of the random goalkeeper rotations for the Mexico MLS competition, which is really annoying because I've got 2 Patrick Schultz. So yeah, I mean, I was happy to just get over the small amount, to be honest, after only having 3 players. But yeah, so All-Star Limited. So this is Zam Pedri is the guy that I took out to replace with the guy that was the DMP. So that was really stupid. Yeah. Oh, I kept this in because I see you've got Stephen Fry as well. Stephen Fry's dislocated his finger in this game. Apparently, he's going to be okay, they've said, but he has just come back from a concussion. He's now dislocated his finger. Just something worth monitoring because, yeah.
When I dislocated my finger when I was in goal, I cried like a little girl, and
I remember it well. It was, to be fair, it was pointing the complete opposite direction, to be fair. So, I probably would have cried as well. Yeah, then other than that, that was my Cat 240 Limited attempt. Had no keeper, so that was what caused me to miss it. But yeah, some prizes to open in a midweek, so not too bad.
Yeah, let's have a look then.
Let's have a look. 3 new rewards: the Blue Band of Sex, and we'll be looking at the new ETH graphic as well, which is in the middle here.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw it talked about on Twitter a little bit, so it does look a bit fancy, doesn't it? Should we open that one first? Let's have a look at it.
Yeah, it looks better than the old one. But
it does.
I obviously didn't win any, so I didn't get to see it.
That does look very clean, doesn't it? I like that.
Yeah, it looks nicer.
Yeah,
I will give him that.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the coins. So it's going to be about 1,000 less than you. So I believe you're going to be flying ahead of me. 1,670. Well, you got 2,600, didn't you? So,
well, we'll see. We'll see in a moment.
Okay, tier 5 rare. What are we hoping for? Non-playing Korean defender. I'm going to go for.
Oh, you're getting a defender, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Worth £9 probably. Oh, Brazil.
Midfielder.
Corinthians. Maicon. That's really good. I own his limited.
I was going to say that sort of feels.
He's a bit of a rotation at Corinthians. He's obviously ex-Shakhtar Donetsk. He's young. He's one of the new card designs. I'm pretty happy with that as a tier 5. I don't know how much he's worth.
He is worth £19. Roughly.
I mean, not obviously mega bucks is going to change anything in my life, but it's as far as tier 5s go for having no goalkeeper, I'll pretty much take that.
Yeah, a little bit of bench fodder at the moment, isn't he? But
yeah, that's what it's like. Started him a few times in limited. He's kind of like, not quite nailing the place at Corinthians. I've never seen him play, so I don't know anything about him really. But yeah, I'll take that.
All right, and as you've now opened your coins, we can have a look at the incredible coin collecting game, our 10 weekend showdown. Loser after 10 weeks has to give something away on stream. And for the first time after week 6, I have jumped into the lead here. A solid lead opening after that special weekly gave me hope, and I managed to finish a tier above you and pull in those extra coins. So we have hit the front as Europe starts to return. We move into pole position.
I needed to hold that lead. I needed to hold that lead heading to Europe, and I've lost it completely. I need another Dan Sower. I presume you're watching, but if you could do another special coin weekly, just so we can sort this out, then that'd be great.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have hit the front, and I have no plans on giving that up. So start thinking about what you're going to give away. Next up, we have Beat the Boys Roundup. This is our private league, season 5. It did go a little bit to shit this time, didn't it? Because first of all, I set it to the Bundesliga, so we missed a week. Then you didn't realize League Cup counted, and then it did count, and we haven't included this midweek one, so it was over. It was over on the weekend. Top 6 get a prize. As you can see here, I finished 67th. Game week 391 was a bit of a disaster for me. McIntosh didn't play. Wagner was basic. Gil the GOAT was not on form for once. Alan Pulido decided to get sent off. And Espinoza was pretty crap. San Jose lost 2-0 and he managed to get -7 AA from usually a reliable scorer. So, yeah, an absolute disastrous week for me. I'm not sure where you finished in this game week.
I was 29th overall. in terms of this game week, I did really bad, but potentially not as bad as you. I was 72nd in this game week.
Okay, there you go. I'll pick up your team. You managed. Well,
yeah, that's pretty depressingly bad, isn't it? So Santiago Arias was predicted to play. I think he had a bit of a niggle, but he didn't make the squad, unfortunately. Brad Stuver, who I bought in for this week, decided to be awful.
Nice. What you want to see?
Costans and Arayan obviously doing the business then, getting me to a semi-respectable score, and then Joseph Martinez, who I was hoping would be sort of pulled along in Messi's wonder into Miami. Unfortunately, he didn't do anything. So yeah, pretty poor.
Unfortunately, as we didn't include this last game week because we didn't know it was going to be included, none of us got to have Messi in the team when we talk about it. But I have stuck him in there now because why not? Captain, that's 150 points straight in this week. Although Caleb Wiley,
I've got him captain as well.
I was hamstrung by players I could use, and I've used Caleb Wiley, who got 12 playing against Messi. So, balance and all that. But what we want to know is who won the prizes overall, right? So,
yep,
I finished 67th, which is not great. I'm just going to have a look at Swiss Mafia, our co-host. He's down there in 140th overall. And you said you finished 29th?
29th, yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad.
I'll get you up on screen, give you a moment of glory. You have won this competition before. So there you are, down in 29th, which leaves us with the top 10 on this page. Who won the last game week? E. Brunter won the last game week.
Ooh, and he went into first with that as well.
And went into first with it overall. Hamadism, Thursday Club favourite, has finished 6th in this game week, which has vaulted him up to 6th overall and into a payout position. So Hamadism, you are the 6th place winner. I believe that was Evan Bush. I think it's Evan Bush.
Who's now a starter,
who played last game. Yeah, so a surprise bonus position that was added on because I fucked up has given you a starting goalkeeper, maybe only for the Leagues Cup, but you never know. Yeah, I've got him up. Oh no, it wasn't. It was a Brandon Hines Ike is the prize for 6th place. So that's yours. He started the last game, I believe, for DC. 5th place was Roundup 2 with 1115. He gets an Evan Bush. So you've got a goalie that started the last game.
Nice.
Should we put up the prizes on stream?
I've got it on my screen if you wanted to have a look.
Yeah. 4th place is a Matt Hedges, which goes to Golden Rider / Only ETH with 1127. 3rd place, who's picking up a Clint Irwin, is FBL Thinker with 1168. 2nd place, which is a Cole Bassett, nice little player, is Howie C76, who is holding the lead for a very long time and has unfortunately been pipped to the post. And in 1st place, added on to our Hall of Fame, joining you as a Season 2 winner, get his name on as the Season 5 winner, is E. Brunter, Wenger's Bangers, 1202.
Wow.
You win a Dylan Nellis Rare and an Alejandro Bedoya Limited, the double prize scoop.
Very nice.
1st place. Let's have a little look at the team that won it for you. So that was an Andre Blake, a Lucho Acosta captain, Jake Elliott, Hlong Wani, and Ryan Gould. That's a strong team and 452 points. 15th overall in MLS Amateur you were. So a well-deserved win. Congratulations. That is the end of Beat the Boys League Season 5. And I guess we'll be on a little hiatus now, won't we? Because we're not going to bother doing it for...
Yeah, I guess we'll wait. We'll have to wait until... September. Yeah, so actually, no, it won't be September. It'll be August, won't it? Premier League, 3 weeks.
Yeah, but we usually do it month by month, don't we? We're probably not going to do an August one because it's Leagues Cup, and
we'll figure something out. We'll do some extra thing, I'm sure, which is just a little giveaway of some sort. But yeah,
but it will be back. It'll probably have a couple of week hiatus. So congratulations. to eBrunter. I'll put all the prize winners on Twitter later on and then send all the prizes over to you. Anything else? Oh, should we have a look at the midweek while we're here?
A little cheeky look, shall we? See what we got going on?
Yeah. So I'll throw mine up because I am ready to go. We got some more Leagues Cup madness. A lot of games have obviously already happened because we're filming on a Wednesday. So we had some Tuesday overnight action. So I had, this is a bit of a throwaway team, but Steve Clark did get back in. And Martinez didn't manage to get on in on the goals or the decisives in a 4-0 win. And Federa, my big new under-23 hope for the season, started quite quietly. And Etienne was on the back of a 4-0 loss. So this isn't really going to do anything unless maybe Farrell bangs 100, but still probably won't be enough. Cat 220 Super Rares just hunting some coins. I actually pulled Preciado out of my main lineup at the last minute because he's been quite unreliable. And Abubakar, this last minute adding and taking away of what's going to be covered or not. I know it's pissed off quite a few people, but Besiktas were added very late on. And as I went to check over my teams at 11:15, I noticed that Abubakar was available. So I swung things around and Preciado ended up getting taken out of my team and subsequently banged a double against Houston for Santos Lagunas. So
always the way.
This team isn't going to do anything, but at least he has put 100 coins up on the board for me as we aim for that sweet merch when it gets dropped into the shop. And I can get myself a hoodie and a hat. Champion America Limited was probably my main team of this midweek, which has obviously started well with Messi going in with a straight 100. I've got Captain Acosta. I mean, I wish I'd have Captain Messi now, but Acosta's been on a good streak of form. The problem with these four is League Cup's life. Anything could happen, right? Do we know if all four are going to start? There's been lots of people that started one, left, and then left the next game. So are they going to play? Who fucking knows? But it's a good start anyway, being on 104 points after one player with your captain still to go. Cat 270, I had Hodor Magnuson, which I once owned 50 copies of. I own 7 nowadays.
So good.
But he conceded in the 90th minute, which is a bit of a bummer there. And Federa as a captain did nothing. So, this was a coin team anyway. MLS Pro Limited, I was hoping just to get 5 starters and see what they could do. Brooks Lennon got pasted by Messi. I was playing a striker against a defender, so nothing was ever likely to happen there. My Cat 240 Limited Quest, my continuing shite ability to get any ETH is going to continue here as I'm on 110 after 3 players. Viva La No ETH for me. Coins, MLS Amateur this week. I just put this in because I get to get 150 points by Messi. Cat 240 Rare. Again, never going to win any more ETH. I bought Sejic specifically for the game week, which you're not supposed to do. Never buy a player late on specifically for a game week, especially when they don't fucking play and his team lost 4-0 anyway. So this is going to go tits up for me. Just allergic to ETH at the moment. Absolutely allergic to ETH. Cat 220 Limited is.
Why didn't he play? Was he just not in the squad at all, or what?
I don't know. League Cup rotation.
Bloody annoying.
He was predicted on Sorare Data.
I also, as a sub player, I don't understand why they're doing so much rotation. It's not like they're playing like league on the weekend and cup in the week, so they have to rotate. It's a whole different competition. Like, surely they want to win, play their best team.
Be the first winners of the League's Cup.
Yeah, it's fucking mad. Like, they're just like Columbus Crew are starting a flipping 58-year-old Evan Bush in goal rather than, I know they won, so obviously it didn't make too much difference. But it's just like, what's going on?
I guess there would be some thoughts of, if they need that qualification for the CCL, if some teams already got it, if some teams got other priorities for the season, a team like maybe DC and Rooney, is something good for them to aim for. I feel like that type of team.
Yeah, maybe. It's not like teams get relegated from the MLS, though, is it? It's not like they need to save their players in case they might have a relegation battle. They all just stay in the league anyway. So,
or a team like Inter Miami, it's probably good for, isn't it? Currently in the world's limelight, Messi's on board. Feel good factor around them. New players coming in. be the first winners of the League's Cup. That's a good narrative to carry on for them at the moment, isn't it?
True,
so, something like that, differing priorities for teams. So that's all I've got in this week. I'm not confident getting absolutely anything. Maybe if I get 5 starters in my Champion America Limited. But all this has taught me is that I need to boost my Messi up to the highest level possible. Do you want to show us what you got?
Well, I'm already sat in a tier 3 rare. That's pretty nice, isn't it? So, I haven't got as many teams as you. Obviously, I've got a Hodor Magnuson as well, a rare. I sold my limited one of him. Losing a clean sheet last minute was not ideal, but he wasn't doing particularly well anyway, so shouldn't have made too much of a difference. Joris Kayembe, his debut for Genk. Now he's moved teams. Started as left back, did really well. Got 62 without a clean sheet. Well, he's the midfielder card anyway, so that's very good AA from him. Jesus Ferreira scored overnight. He's back from the MLS, back from the Gold Cup now, and so it seems to be playing every week now for Dallas again. And then you've got my boy Lucho Costa, captain, which is overnight tomorrow night. And then the big hopes here rest on Tyler Miller. Is he going to play? He's kind of predicted. He's like 70% predicted to play by Play Sharper. Who knows? Bono could easily start, so that could just be ruined. But yeah,
I thought you two had a gig, so you wouldn't be able to make it.
That's a very good one, mate. You two joke. I like it. Very nice.
Carry on.
Hopefully that'll do well. It's a decent start. I've managed to put in my first ever kickoff super rare team. I mean, it's completely redundant and it's not going to do anything. But as I was going through my teams, I noticed I remembered I've got Mats Noster, who is playing Europa Conference League qualifying. And they got beat 3-0 in the first leg against Shamrock Rovers, I think it was. So they're going to be going out. But yeah, my first ever kickoff super rare team involving a non-playing goalkeeper, Justin Glad, who was on the bench in the previous game, Jonathan Dos Santos, who never plays, and Roman Joramchuk, who's the biggest waste of money I've ever done. So it's not going to be very good, but it's always exciting to an extra little team. My Cap 240 rare teams had a semi-okay start, because I've only got 4 players. Omar Gavir got 100 in his last game, and Schefflerberg scored. So if they can put together maybe a decisive each tonight, I might just scrape another rare ETH threshold with 4 players.
Ooh.
We will see.
Quite exciting.
Exciting. My MLS amateur team also had Messi as captain. I got in Sergei Krivtsov as well from Inter Miami. Got a clean sheet, but he did get subbed off injured. So he's going to have to be pulled out at some point. Acosta. And for me to get in Messi, I had to buy basically a non-playing striker to go alongside with him. So I think he will play, but probably only get like 20 points. Jaquil Marshall Rutty. MLS amateur has got no games, so that's irrelevant. My other good teams this one. Daniel Munoz was on 50 points after about 20 minutes of the game. God, I've missed having him in my team. He's incredible. Unfortunately, he didn't improve on that. They lost their clean sheet late on. But yeah, it's good to have Daniel Munoz back, the AA monster. Brandon Bayern, Carlos Gill for New England. Oscar Wiley has joined Guadalajara from a relegated Spanish second division team, which I'm very happy about. And there's rumours that he'll be starting this week as they're playing their Mexico MLS sort of cup thing against Cincinnati. So hopefully he'll play. Antonio Nusa is incredibly good, but I don't know if he'll play. So I'm unsure of that team.
Nice little rookie card, though.
It's a nice card, that. Cost me enough, so it better be good. Cap 240, won't have a get. Well, he's not played, so he's injured. So, yeah, not much hope. Not much hope for midweek, but we'll see.
All right, good stuff. What have we got coming up? We'll have a Thursday show, the flagship show, which is tomorrow now with Swiss Mafia. This weekend, we will be at Sorare Sevens in Ilkeston. So if you are going, we look forward to seeing you, having a beer with you, possibly nutmegging you. Last day to get tickets as well today, I think. So if you were thinking about it, come on up. Should be a good laugh.
Find out the squads, do we, in the next sort of 24 hours, I reckon?
I do think there's a team
squad
announcement.
Hopefully we get the call from Gareth Southgate, so we made the squad.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. I'm going to give away that Korean prize I just won on my Twitter shortly after this. It will just be a like and retweet job, so check that out if you want a chance to win that. And yeah, that's about it. Please like and subscribe because it will make us feel really warm and fuzzy inside leading up to tomorrow's video. And I'm off to go and try and get a goalkeeper off Pal Trader. I had one recommended to me by Royal Ivy yesterday, and he wouldn't lie to us, right? He wouldn't lie to us.
There's no way he'd lie to us. But yeah, let's go crack on with our actual real life jobs then, I guess.
Yeah. Back to work, back to putting a shirt on and not having the Consadole stripes on anymore. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you soon. This is Thursday Club over and out. Viva la Thursday Club.